as Moeller will send it back out of the zone. It's now Ryland Murphy. Brecken Furman will get out of the zone. This will end the power play. Kate Schramm now will leave it for Kate Hunhoff. Again, apologize for the technical difficulties. Can't ever seem to get a full weekend. It wasn't internet problems. It was just, I guess, the app issue. Cooper Larson into the corner. Battle for the puck. Cooper Beestrom, Dawson Toms both over there battling for the puck. Landry Van Rokel. Logan Anderson will play it across. It is now for Van Rokel. And Logan Brown will send it in deep with 7:55 left to go here in the first period. This will be nearly taken from Logan Anderson. And it will be for the Capitals. And for Yankton back for Bridger Babcock. This will be pushed into the zone. Behind the net, it'll be picked up for Grady Van Cleve. That is Tanner Ondell that will throw it in deep. Aiden Beam now will grab it here for the Capitals. Go up ahead, and that one misses. Wall time, I believe, is going to be a trip against the Yankton Bucks that will give the Capitals the power play. It was an icing, so the face-off won't be in the zone. And so it is going to be a trip called against number 29 and Kylan O'Connor. It happened right as the pass was coming across. And with 7:14 left to go here in the first period, it is a Boys and Girls Club power play. But again, it's not offensive zone face-off because the Caps did actually ice the puck on the penalty. But they get an opportunity in the man advantage. Dylan Dodson, that will be chipped into the Yankton bench and over the top of the bench. So 3 seconds gone by in the power play. Lyle Bonney will take the face off. It is won by Yankton and sent all the way down by Easton Velick. Jace Hand. It's now Dylan Dodson that will pick it up. It is grabbed here by Bridger Babcock. Off the boards over for Bonney. Sends it back to Babcock. It's going to be, Babcock didn't find where it was at, but Dylan Dodson had found it. And then it's turned over. Dodson backhand, he scores! Dylan Dodson makes it 2-0. With 6:45 left to go here in the first period, Dodson will get his 13th goal of the season. That's a big, big power play goal. Got to the back end and was able to beat Moeller on the back end as he was looking for that forehanded shot. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Caps here with 6:35 to go in the first period. So get into the corner here for Yankton and their end of the ice. Quick touch out of the zone by Ryland Murphy. Being sent in by Berkland. And around it comes. Capitals with 2 goals on 4 shots right now. Weisenberger, as he goes down to the ice, trying to continue to play the puck from his belly. It'll be an unassisted goal after it was a turnover. And Yankton had the puck, and they gave it back to Dodson, trying to clear the zone. Turns into an unassisted goal for Dodson. This will be a dangerous pass out, and it's intercepted by Van Rokel. Sends it to the net. It's knocked away by the right pad of Moeller. It is Murphy. He lost the puck. Can't get it in. That will be flipped up in the air. It's a hand pass. It's a kind of grab the puck. It's an offside play as well. And the faceoff will be outside the Capitals' blue line. But for this Yankton team, and they have 6 of their 8 wins, they've given up less than 2 goals. 2 other wins. Moeller's only given up 2 goals in those other 2 wins. The fact that the Caps have 2 already here in the first period, that's a big opportunity for the Caps to score a few more goals and be only the Rushmore Thunder that have scored 2 or more. There's a shot on by the Yankton Bucks and a save made by Jay Sand that came from Isaac Dimmer. And the faceoff will be the left of hand with 5:26 left to go here in the first period. Dodson will take the faceoff against Jack Pedersen. Tied up at the faceoff dot on the far side of the ice on the right wing. And end up coming for Yankton, and then a rebound on the shot was bounced over the stick of Rankin, who has had 2 opportunities now with the rebounds, but they've been, one was a tough spot to be with as a lefty shot, and then that one, that puck had laid on the ice, he would have been able to get the shot away. This will come up the boards on the far side, but it's held in. Does for a moment was held in. It was pushed out of the zone as Max Schmitz couldn't hold it in, with Pedersen poking it out. This will be for Rankin off the boards. 3-on-3 into the offensive zone. Rankin leaves it back for Pedersen, right back to Rankin. He's on his forehand, turns it back to Pedersen. He's canceled out by Bonnie, who's back checking. Can't get out of the zone, though, and it's going to be held in by Kate Schramm. Puck will be moved towards the net. Jay Sand is trying to find it, and Hand will somehow cover it up. Max Schmitz was swinging the stick to clear it down the ice, and Jay Sand had reached around him, grabbed the puck, and all it was. 4:31 left to go here in the first period. Faceoff will be to the right of Jay Sand. It is won by Yankton, but it goes over to Triton Parmley, who got out of the zone. Sent right back in by Yankton. That pass is blocked. And it's grabbed now by Berkland, who fell to the ice. He blew a tire. And that puck now for Kane Waltide that will get out of the zone. Near side. Sedlacek has it. Sedlacek will dump it in. Van Rokel behind the net. 4 minutes left to go here in the first period. Van Rokel, who played it to the boards, picked it up, and now it's Triton Parmley that will try and pick up some speed in the offensive end. Parmley swings in, then lost the puck before he got a shot away as he was trying to turn to his forehand. His pass too far in front of Sedlacek, and it's now grabbed by Anderson. He'll flip it off the boards and out of the zone. Backhand swipe it in from Ian Schweitzer. Mueller comes out of his net to play. Didn't play it cleanly. And then it's flipped high off the glass. Stays in play. Logan Brown trying to play it off the bounce. Skipped over his stick, and now it's O'Connor. From the red line, will send it in deep. Jay Sand missed the puck, but Aiden Beam's the first one. Was the first one to it. This will bounce his way off and kicking around. O'Connor sends it for Rankin. Rankin can't get a shot away. Another turnover in front of the net from both these teams. O'Connor back out of the point. Here's a shot attempt by Hunhoff, who was looking for the redirect, but he missed the stick of Pedersen. Centering pass out to the blue line. Shot square away. That is blocked by the Capitals. And now it's flipped up, but not out of the zone. Hunhoff's able to hold it in. Schweitzer is trying to flip it out for Logan Brown, who could have had a 2-on-1 the other way. That's wrapped around the boards, and it comes out of the zone. It rolls on edge. Luke Mueller will come out to play it as the Caps are making a change. He'll move it along for O'Connor. O'Connor in the offensive end, but he stopped and started and lost the puck as Dodson picks it up. He'll swing on the right side of the ice, but he turned it over. Pedersen keeps it in the offensive end. O'Connor now will turn on the far side boards and play it back to the corner and behind the net, where Dodson tries to swing it out of the zone, but it was blocked by Pedersen. Comes back to Dodson, flips it off the glass, off of a glove, and held in by Isaac Dimmer, where it's now sent over. And it's Beam that will have it from the red line. He'll send it in. Mueller will drop the puck in front of him after he gloved it. Moving it over to the near side, but it's turned over, and the Capitals are back in the offensive zone. Dodson trying to stick handle around. Lost his edge, goes down to the ice. It's now a pass to the near side for Van Rokel, and he tried to move it up, but it was blocked. And the Caps will retrieve it back in their own end of the ice. Brecken Furman, tape-to-tape pass for Dodson from the red line. He dumped it in, but it didn't get deep because Dimmer blocked it. And Isaac Dimmer moves in. He's a reverse hit on Max Schmitz. Schmitz went down, but he goes right back up. He'll pick up the puck. and send it around to the near side where Van Cleve will hold it in at the blue line. That shot got all the way through and a left pad save made by Hand. Another shot attempt. That was blocked. Now it's Logan Anderson that will chip it off the boards. Got out of the zone. Anderson trying to cut around Van Cleve. Anderson's looking to center one, but it will come over to Moeller and didn't have enough speed to get over the man coming to the front of the net, which at that point was Van Rokel. 1:19 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 on American Family Insurance. Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. This will be sent across, and that is going to be intercepted. And now a breakaway the other way. Moving in, a shot and a save made by Hand. Rylan Murphy had the breakaway opportunity, but he could not beat Jace Hand, and the Caps will ice the puck with 1:02 to go here in the first period. Hand was steady, waiting for that first move to be made. And Jace Hand makes a big save. 1:02 left to go here in the first period. 2-0 lead for the Capitals over the Yankton Bucks. Schramm will send it around. Tucker Rankin. It is Bridger Babcock on the far side boards. The Caps trying to get out of the zone. 45 seconds left to go here in the first period. This will be sent in from the blue line as it was wide by Logan Brown. Out of the zone by the Bucks. Tipped along by O'Connor. Into the zone. O'Connor swings wide. Sends it around the boards to the far side. Pedersen misses it, but then it's turned over by the Capitals. Sent over for O'Connor with a shot, but that went off of a stick and it went over the top and off the glass, stays in play. There's a centering pass. Hand was trying to figure out which way it was going to come from. Van Cleve on the back end, pushes to the corner. Bridger Babcock turns it over to Pedersen. And now it's the Yankton Bucks again with 12 to go in the period. That shot is blocked. Van Cleve, it comes over to him. His shot also blocked. Brecken Furman blocked that shot. A shot from the far side boards off the glove of Hand. 2 seconds to go in the period, and that will take us to the end of the first, and the Capitals will take a 2-0 lead with 12-5 in shots on goal. And Dylan Dodson's not happy with the Kylan O'Connor, who end up throwing the puck towards the net after the period had ended. A lot of guys don't take too kind to that when something like that happens, as it is a 2-0 lead for the Capitals at the end of the first period. They had just 5 shots on goal, but they do lead at 2-0 with goals coming from Logan Brown and Dylan Dodson. We'll step aside, come back with our first intermission report. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty, your utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
As a family grows, so does its financial needs. There are doctors and dentists, optometrists, lessons, braces, groceries, and more groceries. Then, of course, there's cars, college, and weddings to pay for. First Fidelity Bank is here to make the financial side of growing a family a little easier. First Fidelity Bank. First-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for over 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Hi, this is Dylan Dotson, the captain of the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
And Dylan Dotson has one of those two goals that made it a 2-0 lead on the power play. And the Caps have that 2-0 advantage. Logan Brown from Ian Schweitzer, Logan Anderson with 12:38 to go in the first made it a 1-0 game. And then Dotson made it 2-0 on the power play goal to make this a 2-0 game. And again, the Caps are being outshot 12-5 in that first period, but they made the most of those 5 shots on goal. And Jace Hand has been good. He has been good, but the biggest thing is those 12 shots, they've been not the chances. I mean, the 2 goals for the Caps obviously are 2 big goals to have, but I don't think that Yankton feels like they had any of those shots on goal like the Capitals have had. They've had opportunities on rebound attempts. Tucker Rankins had a couple of opportunities, and the first one, again, it's a right-handed shot, probably it's a lot easier to try and get that goal to score. And then the second one, if it had laid on the ice perfectly for him, it would have been able to score that one, but it just took a bounce right at the end and went over his stick. But really, Hand, while being good, because I'm never going to say 12 saves in a period is, not a too challenging feat to have, because I couldn't make a save the only save I would ever make is if I was standing there and the shot hit me. There'd be 0 chance of me making any other saves. But the chances, the grades of the chances for Yankton and those shots on goal have not been as dangerous as what the Capitals have had, especially with those 2 goals that they have scored to this point. So the Caps with a 2-0 lead at the end of the first period. Those penalties in the period, Logan Anderson got called for a rough. The Caps were able to kill that one off. Callan O'Connor got called for a trip, which the Capitals were able to take advantage of and get the power play goal, and it is 2-0 at the end of the first period. Let's take a break. Come back with more of the first intermission report after this. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it. River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for a trusted partner in your automotive journey? Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer, is here for all your car buying, service, and repair needs. Whether you're shopping for a new ride, keeping your vehicle running smoothly, or looking for expert advice, our team is dedicated to providing top-notch service every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, along with a service department you can count on. Come down to Beck Motor Company, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. BeckMotors.com, 605-224-5912.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
Hi, this is Captain Ian Beam, and you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, we are getting closer to the start of the second period, but we check some scores from around the state. As we start with girls hockey, Sioux Center got the win over Mitchell today, 5-4, as Sioux Center was able to score late in that game to get the win with 3:02 left to go. And the other matchup in girls hockey, a 9-1 win for the Sioux Falls Flyers over the Rushmore Thunder, as the Flyers end up with a 8-1 lead after 2 periods and had that run time going in the second period. Boys hockey, one final score so far. Aberdeen has got a win over Sioux Center 8-2 in that contest. And then right now the one other game going on, Sioux Falls East has a 9-1 lead over Brandon Valley, so they are into run time as well for that contest, as I believe Brandon Valley might have had the lead in that game. They might have scored first, just like they did in that game against the Capitals last Saturday. They did have the lead, scoring that first goal, but that is a 9-1 lead for Sioux Falls East. And the final game for boys hockey tonight will be Huron and Watertown, which is scheduled for an 8 o'clock puck drop in Huron. We won't have a final score for you by then, but we'll probably have a final score for the other game in Sioux Falls East and Brandon Valley. So it's 2-0 between the Caps and the Yankton Bucks at the end of one period. When we come back, it'll be the start of the second period. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
When the whistle blows and the season begins, you need more than skill to stay in the game. From football pads and hockey sticks to golf clubs, bikes, and fishing gear, your equipment is an investment. At State Farm, we help make sure it's protected because accidents happen, bags get stolen, gear gets damaged, and games get rough. With the right coverage, you can get back in action fast.
The puck drops, the crowd roars, and Hawaii hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to support local hockey all season long. Whether you're hitting the road for work, school, or your next adventure, they've got your automotive needs covered. Stop by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre. Driven by community, powered by you.
The Boys and Girls Club of the capital area serves over 250 kids every day, giving them a safe place to go after school where they have fun and engage in learning activities school cannot provide. It is our mission to help every child become the best they can be. You can help children have a great future too by donating or volunteering for the club. For more information, go to bgccaparea.org or call us at 605-224-8699. From all of us here at the club, go Caps!
Since 1956, Ferding Electric has been serving South Dakota with reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work. Their team of licensed, knowledgeable electricians will help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential, commercial, or agriculture. We know how to get the job done right. The history of Ferding Electric is something to be very proud of, and they work every day to ensure they remain the best electricians in Central South Dakota. Call 224-8684 or visit their website at ferding.com. That's ferding.com.
Have you assessed your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9794 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. Reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Hi, this is Captain Aiden Bowder, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, we start the second period with a 2-0 lead for the Oahe Capitals on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Luke Muller, the first one on the ice for either team, as they'll lead the Yankton Bucks out onto the ice. Caps are outshot 12-5 in that first period, but have a 2-0 advantage with goals from Logan Brown and Dylan Dodson to get us going here in this first period. Caps are 1 for 1 on the power play. Yankton 0 for 1 on the man advantage as we start 5-on-5 here in period number 2. Face off at center ice upcoming. Well, we still got maybe another minute before we get to face off in the second period. 1:15 puck drop tomorrow afternoon on the Sunday afternoon here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, as we'll have that for you. As the Caps will, right now, score and hold up, be looking for a weekend sweep, but one of these two teams will be looking for a weekend sweep. And if the Caps, really, you think about where the season is at right now, how far we are along in the season. This is game 11 for both these teams, right around the halfway, right at the halfway point. And if you finish with 8 wins at the halfway point, or in Yankton's case, 9 wins at the halfway point, it's going to be hard for any of those bottom 4 teams that don't make the state tournament. It's going to be hard for any of those teams to end up with 10 wins to clip you. This could be a weekend where it all but assures you a spot in the state tournament. As the face-off, we're underway here in the second period. As the Capitals, Cooper Beestrom behind his own net, will avoid the stick of Kylan O'Connor. And then Beestrom in the corner, goes down, goes right back up. It's going to be held in at the blue line for a moment. Logan Brown's able to get it out. Ian Schweitzer away, 3-on-1 potentially. Schweitzer will send it to the net. Save made by Moeller. And behind the net is grabbed Tucker Rankin, trying to get out of the zone. It was blocked by Schweitzer. Second opportunity does flip out of the zone. And it will be sent in deep from Yankton. And the first one, too, is Jack Pedersen. Pedersen off the boards over for Velik. He will hold it in at the blue line. It is now going to be Hunhoff with a shot and right into the glove of Jay Sand, who makes the save. Kane Hunhoff with 5 goals, 7 assists. Yeah, 4 guys that have 10-plus assists for this Yankton team. They are a good passing team, but a good team in general. with O'Connor with 10, 11 for Berkland, 15 for Pedersen, and 18 for Rankin. So a team that spreads the wealth around and make good passes. Here's a puck that was in front of the net, but it bounced around. Nobody could find the handle of it. Got to the corner. Now turning with this Rylan Murphy on a backhand, can't get a shot away. Bounces off the skate of Furman, and then goes behind the net, comes back to Furman, and he'll flip it off the boards on the far side, and it will go down the ice. Will it make the distance for an icing? And it will. And we get a whistle with 15:45 left to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of Jason. Offensive zone face-off for the Yankton Bucks. It will be Berkland that will take the face-off against Dylan Dotson. And now we get, oh no, do we have a pane of glass that is not fully connected? And yet we have an issue with the glass. And so that will cause a little bit of a delay to try and get the glass figured out. They will talk about all of that and get things figured out. So it will be a little bit of a delay here at the Expo Center, which will then give teams who just started this second period, it will end up being a little bit of extra rest for these guys on the bench right now. And again, they're going to have to work on the glass to make sure it's ready to go. And it is okay. And they're, well, Kirk Van Rokel's over there right now. And some of the JV guys, I think, are getting talking to by the coach. They will work on that. Gives us a chance to chase the ace for the White Capitals. It is down to the final week. They have... The take-home last week was $89,000 that you could have won half of it. And the other side is now there's going to be more for this week. They're going to add on to it because if you are right, or if you're not even, you're going to be right. If you get selected, you win. And you win half the pot. So every name that you, or every $10 for every ticket that you purchase, that is your opportunity to win what probably will end up being over $100,000 at the end of this week whenever they make the drawing on Thursday. And so make sure you get your tickets in. It is at Oahe Chase the Ace. They did have a few issues. I'm gonna get you the other Venmo here, so you know for sure. So the two that you can go, Oahe Chase the Ace at OHA Chase the Ace. And then the other one would be Larissa Freeman. So it's at Larissa-Freeman-7. And so you can pay either one and we'll get your $10 per ticket. There's a couple thresholds that will give you some extra tickets, but $10 per ticket and get your name into the drawing. And again, if you are picked, you're going to win because there is one number left, and that will be the ace of diamonds, I believe it is, or it's the ace of hearts. Either way, it's the one card that makes you a winner, ace of diamonds, and you will win the entire pot, which will end up being, I guess half the pot, but you'll win everything that you possibly could win. Half the pot, the other one will go to the Capitals. So those Yankton fans, if you can go OHA Chase the Ace on Venmo, Larissa-Freeman-7 to have your opportunity to win Chase the Ace. And the more money that comes in this week, that higher that amount will go. They did like $30,000 this past week, so that it really inflated the money that you would have won, which would have been $89,000 that the pot would have been for the winner, and the other $89,000 going for the Capitals. Now, I don't know how they don't do $22,000 this week, as the glass is fixed, and we are just about ready to get back to hockey. Great work by the maintenance guys. Those are the other duties as assigned, the volunteer work that takes place other duties as assigned when you're a volunteer. 15:45 left to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of Jay Sand. When we get back to hockey, still waiting on something over. They're pointing at the glass. Well, we're ready to go. Face-off, it is going to be won by the Capitals. 15:40 left to go here in the second period. Race to the puck in the corner on the far end of the ice. It will be behind the net. That was Brecken Furman racing the puck. Lyle Bonney is over there as well. On the near side, it's going to be out of the zone. It's a Lonchek, but it goes off of Bridger Babcock, grabbed by Furman. He'll flip it over, and then it's flipped out of the zone by Aiden Beam. Grabbed back by number 24 in Lonchek. It'll come around here on the near side, but it's grabbed by Bonney. Bonney up ahead for Furman. He's able to fight off of a check, but lost the puck. Isaac Dimmer touched into the zone by Lonchek, and now Beam behind the net. Beam overskate the puck. Pass will come out, and then Furman, who was trying to chip it out off the boards, unable to. Ryland Murphy had it knocked away by Bonney. Backhander by Dimmer, he scores. A harmless shot by Isaac Dimmer, seemingly harmless shot by Dimmer. And Isaac Dimmer will get his first of the season. Beats Jay Sand glove side, and Yankton has cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1 with 14:48 to go here in the second period. That's a big goal. That first goal is going to be a big one in the second period, and it's a one-goal game now. And Dimmer, who has just 2 assists coming in, now with his first goal of the season, has made this a 2-1 hockey game. Grady Van Cleve will get his third assist. Make that, yeah, it is his third assist. Behind the net.
Assisted by number 4, Grady Van Cleve.
This will be in the near side, out of the zone. Could be 2-on-1, but it was touched along by Pedersen. Rankin's able to hold it in the offensive end. Kylan O'Connor over on the far side. O'Connor will center one for Pedersen. He's on the backhand, but couldn't get a shot away. Pedersen throws it to the net, and a save made by hand. Rebound went off the boards on the near side. Chipped out of the zone by Logan Anderson. Hunhoff at his own blue line gets it for Weisenberger. He'll throw it in deep as it goes off of hand, bouncing puck. Van Rokel takes it around behind the cage, into the corner on the near side. Out for Weisenberger for a shot. That was blocked. It's still loose in front of the net. Played back off the glass. Then a centering pass out to the blue line, chipped by Logan Brown out of the zone. It will go all the way down the ice. Weisenberger the first one to it. He'll wrap it around the boards to the far side. Logan Anderson at the blue line is able to hold it in for a moment, but he fanned on it, and it's taken over by Yankton. And now it's Berkland that moves in, lost the handle of it twice, and then his shot was off of a stick, and it goes off the glass. This will be iced by the Capitals, and we will get a whistle with 13:22 left to go here in the second period. An offensive zone faceoff for the Yankton Bucks. Jay Sand face-off to the right of him. He has stopped 15 of 16 shots. The Capitals with just 6 shots on goal so far, but they still lead it 2-1. American Family Insurance printing shuffle by scoreboard. This face-off to the blue line. Dimmer, that pass right at the blue line. It's going to be held in, but the Caps are able to get out in the backhand. That was Brecken Furman, and now here on the near side, that pass misses from Cade Schramm. Tipped along by Bonney. No, it was not tipped along, but then it's not going to be an icing as it was caught by Moeller right before it got to the red line. Ends up going into the Capitals offensive zone as it missed everybody. Aiden Beam moved it along, and Beam will chip it a pass, and Beam trying to step up offensively. Beam trying to get around Dimmer, unable to. His stick was lifted, and now it's moved along from Ryland Murphy. Murphy will skate back in his own blue line. That backhanded pass nearly intercepted by Dodson. Dodson almost took it away from Murphy that time too. This will be pushed back in by Furman. Dodson will tag back up. Caps are going to try and make a quick change. This is the period of the long change, and if you're unsure about making a change, and you still do, that could cause a lot of issues for you on the defensive side. Man will blow a tire. Play will continue. Caden Waltye As Velik was, I think, thought that he got tripped up, but I think he just lost an edge. Triton Parmley sent it across. Walti had blown a tire. Cooper Beestrom will turn around from the red line and send it in deep, and the Yankton Bucks will get called for a penalty, and then Luke Moeller will give a little bit of a push for Triton Parmley. The whistle had blown right as Moeller had grabbed the puck, and Parmley then tried to lift the stick of Moeller at the moment that the whistle had blown, and Moeller was going to take exception to it. Velik will get called for the penalty. He's in the box, I believe, for a rough. It is a roughing call against Velik. 11:56 left to go here in the second period, and it is a Boys and Girls Club power play for the Oahe Capitals. Their second of the day. This will be sent all the way down the face-off win by the Yankton Bucks. This will be here on the far side. It's up ahead for Furman. Missed by Hunthoff, but it's still cleared, but not out of the zone. Glove down by Beam, and then his puck is picked, and it's a 2-on-2 the other way, shorthanded. Pedersen in. That shot is a blocker save. It's a puck that was moved up ahead. It was missed by the glove of Dodson, but then it's turned over again at the Capitals' own blue line. 1:23 left to go in the power play. Furman will grab it on the far side boards. He'll create the separation using his own net. Skates behind it, and now on the near side into the neutral zone. Furman will send it across ice. It is Beam now that will carry it in the offensive zone. Beam with a nice toe drag move, got pushed off the puck though, and then that shot this will be a high stick. It is Dodson that played it by a high stick, and Jay Sand will touch it up, and it'll be an offensive zone face-off now for the Yankton Bucks. Dodson maybe thought that he got it at shoulder height, but it was just above the shoulder. And so with 10:55 left to go here in the second period, 1 minute to go in the power play, Yankton's got an opportunity on the shorthanded chance on an offensive zone face-off to the right of hand. But the Caps will win the face-off, and Ryan Anderson behind the net. Move it up ahead. It comes right back to Anderson from Schweitzer. Pass will come across over for Van Rokel. Now it's going to be Anderson that picks up Logan Anderson, that is, but he is offside, as Van Rokel was a step offside with 10:37 to go here in the second period. 42 seconds left to go in the power play. Face-off just outside the Yankton blue line. And this will be moved along and into the offensive zone, and nearly an opportunity for Yankton shorthanded. Hayden will come out to play it. He'll wrap it around the boards to the near side. It's right to Ian Schweitzer, who will carry it in the offensive zone. Oh, he had it potentially in the offensive zone, but it's now going to have to be played back as the Caps have to tag up. Cooper Beestrom brings in the offensive end. Beestrom will center one, and Brown will fail the one-timer. Now here's Anderson, winds up with a shot, but that's blocked. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Anderson behind the net. He'll try and circle the wagons, but he lost the handle of the puck. Hunthoff will take it away from him. And then it's the Capitals that will not be able to get a shot away. It's tipped down the ice. The power play will come to an end. Coach Badger is looking for a holding the stick call against Yankton. And the Capitals will bring it back in the offensive zone, but that will be offside. Logan Brown is offside. And that was to the chagrin of the Capitals bench, thinking that Brown had towed the line. 9:43 left to go. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here in the second period in a one-goal game. It is Pedersen. Jack Pedersen lost the handle of the puck, but still grabbed by Yankton. Pedersen now centers one in the backhand, blindly passing it to the middle of the ice and just missing. And this will be tipped along and into the offensive zone from Caden Walti. The pass from Trenton Parmley. Walti got to the boards. He goes down. Parmley throws a hit on Weisenberger. The net had come up a little bit, but it stays in its place. And Pedersen, offensive zone. Pass comes across. No one there for Yankton. That was missed by O'Connor. Dimmer will hold it in the offensive end. He'll center one, and Pedersen scores on the tip. Pedersen redirected to the nets. His 10th of the season. He is the 4th Yankton Buck to get to 10-plus goals this year, and we are tied at 2 with 9:03 left to go here in the second period. Back-to-back goals for Yankton after the Capitals scored twice in the first period. We're all now tied at 2 on Jack Pedersen's goal, and Dimmer has got his second point of the night as he has the assist and the goal now. And it is a 2-2 game. This will be in the offensive zone. Dodson will win the race in front of Bonnie. Centers one over off the side of the net. Bonnie now will try and center back for Furman, but unable to get it to him. Rylan Murphy lost the handle of the puck. One hand on the stick for Cooper Beestrom. Nearly gave it back to Murphy. This is back in the offensive zone. Furman will place it into the corner, and then it started to come back out, and it will be grabbed by Moeller to get the whistle with 8:38 left to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the left of Luke Moeller. Coach Mitzel having a conversation with the referee. Face-off again to the left of Moeller. This will be out of the zone by Yankton. Beestrom will back skate. Lost the handle of the puck. Murphy will move it to push it away. The backhanded pass now for Berkland. Berkland trying to throw it to the net. That was blocked by Van Rokel. Side of the net, in front of the net now, but it's grabbed by Dodson. He'll send it over on the far side, and it comes out of the zone. As it'll be moved over, and two guys will run into number 24, Sedlacek, send him to the ice. And it will not go far enough for an icing. It's wrapped around the boards. Anderson can't hold it in. And this will result in an icing here for the Yankton Bucks with 7:58 left to go here in the second period. I don't think things have gotten chippy quite yet, but things have got a little bit of more of steam in the air right now. The cooler heads prevailing, I think, is starting to slowly evaporate in this game, and both teams kind of know what's at stake, and they don't want to lose this hockey game. It's 2-2, so it's a really tough game right now, and there's not a lot of open ice between these two teams. And so I think that is a little bit frustrating for both. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Capitals. Anderson moves in. Velick stepped up and kept that pass coming from Anderson over for Brown. He was able to step up in the right time to keep Anderson from getting a shot away. This will be to the corner on the dump in. Logan Brown fancying a stick lift, but he's able to shoulder man away, and the puck was grabbed by the Capitals, but turned over to Jack Pedersen, who has tied the game up, and Pedersen moves in the offensive zone. That was poke checked away from him. Comes back to Pedersen on the near side. He'll throw to the corner on the far side, bounce off the boards up the far side, and then it's going to be held in. A good job by Van Cleve to hold it in the zone with 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Triton Parmley make that Bridger Babcock. There's a shot from the blue line. That one off of a body from Van Cleve, and it fluttered over the top of the cage. There's another shot that misses from O'Connor. That one was labeled to go into the bar, but just missed. It is out of the zone by the Capitals. Logan Anderson on the back end. Caps can make a change, but they got to be quick on the change as Yankton quickly moves back into center ice and into the offensive end. Lyle Bonnie was able to get a piece of the puck and then chips it out of the zone. Isaac Dimmer will have it in the neutral zone. That will be off the glass in front of the penalty box. Dylan Dodson will take over the neutral zone. Dodson on his back end trying to move in. Shouldering off one man, and then he'll stand up another check. And play will continue here on the near side, where it's Furman over for Beestrom, but that one missed his stick. Sedlacek will get over to it. He'll stop and start. Now to the corner, out to the blue line. Van Cleve walks the line. That shot and hand made the save. He didn't see it, but he was in a good spot to make the save. Van Cleve will send it back around. 5:50 left to go here in the second period. This will be moved up and out of the zone. Brecken Furman backhand. He was able to stand up Weisenberger. And then Van Cleve behind the net for Rylan Murphy. Murphy will skate behind Moeller. Let's come out of the zone. Caps are trying to get it back in the offensive end. It doesn't get deep in the zone. Weisenberger now has it. He'll skate in the offensive end. His shot and a right pad save made by hand. Chipped out of the zone by the Capitals. Dodson late on a shift. This will be Parmley that's trying to block an opportunity. Chance for a 2-on-1, but a good job by Aiden Beam. Whether he got caught out of position or not, he was able to make the play, so it was not a 2-on-1 or a potential breakaway in front of the net. Beam now will have it, sends it cross ice, tipped by Bridger Babcock into the offensive zone. Weisenberger will send it off the top of the glass, and it barely stayed in play. We move back in by the Capitals and Aiden Bowder. 4:50 left to go here in the second period. This will be turned over. It's an onside play for the Capitals because Yankton pushed it back in their own offensive end. Cade Waltine, though, lost the handle of the puck. Now it's moved along and a chance for a 2-on-1, but a good stick lift from Bridger Babcock on the back check as he took it away from number 16, Dawson Toms. At the blue line, out of the zone, Toms, Cade Waltine. This will be onside, backhanded, deep into the zone for the Capitals. Behind the net, it'll come over Parmley. Couple whacks at it. Van on it 2 different times. Van Rokel on the near turnover by Yankton. His shot attempt was blocked. This will be backhand flipped out of the zone. Cooper Beestrom drops down to a knee to block the puck up. Van Rokel gets pinned to the boards from Easton Anderson. And at the blue line, Logan Brown can't get it deep for the Capitals. Toms will send it back in deep with 3:50 to go here in the second period. Logan Anderson here on the near side. He'll flip it out of the zone. That's a high bouncing puck. Velick, Brown, as Pedersen that picks it up, skates in front of his own net, sends it here to the near side, out of the zone for O'Connor. Sent back by the Capitals. Bouncing puck, nearly turned over. It stays in the offensive zone, but Schweitzer couldn't handle the puck because he was trying to sidestep someone. And now it's a 2-on-1 for the Yankton Bucks. O'Connor moves over. A shot and his hand makes the save. Rebound was right there behind the net. And O'Connor fanned on it a couple of different times. He had 2 whacks at it. Hand didn't know where it was at. He had a wide open net, but just bounced on him twice. Logan Brown fighting off of a check. Tried to center one for Schweitzer. It's Rylan Murphy now with 3:05 left to go here in the second period. This will be flipped in off the left pad of hand. Grabbed by the Capitals. Bridger Babcock turns it over. He lost the handle of it. Rylan Murphy had it for a moment. And then it's flipped out of the zone. Yankton was looking for a penalty. Bridger Babcock's got a chance for a breakaway. Babcock backhander and a save made by Moeller. What a save by Luke Moeller. I think Babcock partially fanned on it, so it didn't get the power to push it in the net. But Moeller stayed with it after being faked out on the forehand attempt and stayed with the puck to make the save with 2:46 left to go here in the second period. What a save for Luke Moeller. That is only the second shot on goal for the Capitals in this second period. Caps have been outshot 9-2 in this second period with 2:30 left to go in the second. Here the Capitals again with it. Triton Parmley moves up ahead for Brecken Furman. Make that Babcock moves up ahead. Comes back to Bridger Babcock. Centers one over. And was Bonnie right there. Now Dodson back at the blue line. Fakes past one man. His shot will end up going wide. He was trying to hook it around Rylan Murphy. There's a shot attempt from Beam. That one went wide of the net as well. And it's going to be held in by Cooper Beestrom. Lyle Bonnie behind the net, looking to try and center one for Furman, but his stick was lifted. Now nearly a turnover, but Furman will get it on the far side boards. Fighting for that loose puck. It is grabbed by Yankton. Out of the zone is Berkland, and Braden Berkland will skate around Beam for a moment, but Furman was back checking. Push the puck to the corner with under 2 minutes to go here in the second period. This will be moved out of the zone by Dawson. But it will miss everybody. It will go all the way down, but not far enough for an icing. Easton Velick will pick it up right as it got to the red line. That pass comes out of the zone. Beestrom lost the puck as it was coming in on him. It will be behind the net where Beestrom will grab it. Pushed along by Dodson, but not out of the zone. It will get to the corner here on the near side with 1:18 to go in the second period. On the boards, 4 players are battling for the puck. Comes out of the zone, and it's Logan Brown. Brown will skate into the offensive end. Brown turns to the backhand center one, and the Capitals and Dodson will end up falling into the net. And sliding into the net, and we get a whistle with the net obviously coming off its moorings. With 1:02 left to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the left of Moeller. An offensive zone face-off. Schweitzer, Anderson, and Bowder, the three on the ice right now. Schweitzer will take the face-off. Tied up. It is going to be eventually grabbed by Schweitzer with a shot and a save made by Moeller on the right pad. Comes out of the zone. Good stick there from Beam. Puck is still sitting on the red line at center ice. It'll eventually come over for Beam. Beam will wait. Then he nearly turned it over. Now Beam will chip it out of the zone, and the Caps can get numbers maybe the other way. Logan Anderson carries in the offensive zone. He'll stop and start it at his blue line. Gets behind the nets. Schweitzer just couldn't get to the puck in time. Weisenberger picks it up. Pedersen had it. Knocked away from his stick. Comes back to his stick. Centered one over. Puck is still loose. Murphy with a shot and a save made by hand with 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. This puck is rolling on edge, and it will be knocked down by Moeller as it went on net, so there is no icing with 12 seconds to go here in the second period. Just inside the offensive zone for Yankton. 7 seconds to go. There's a shot that's blocked. It'll be flipped out. That will take us to the end of the second period. And we are squared where we were at the beginning of this hockey game. It is tied, but it is a 2-2 tie. On the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard, 22-9 in shots through 2 periods. It was 10-4 in that second period in favor of the Yankton Bucks, with 2 goals coming from Isaac Dimmer and Jack Pedersen to make this a 2-2 tie through 2 periods. We'll see if maybe we had forgotten to potentially talk to Coach Badger after the first period. We'll have an opportunity to maybe see if we can talk to him here after the end of the second period, but they're all getting their water bottles taken care of. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, a Riverfront broadcasting station, as we're nearing 8 o'clock on this Saturday night in a 2-2 tie at the end of 2 periods. Let's take our break. We'll come back and recap this second period. Coming up next, you're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
When the whistle blows and the season begins, you need more than skill to stay in the game. From football pads and hockey sticks to golf clubs, bikes, and fishing gear, your equipment is an investment. At State Farm, we help make sure it's protected because accidents happen, bags get stolen, gear gets damaged, and games get rough. With the right coverage, you can get back in action fast.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pier and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pier and Fort Pierre. Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
The Boys and Girls Club of the Capital Area serves over 250 kids every day, giving them a safe place to go after school where they have fun and engage in learning activities school cannot provide. It is our mission to help every child become the best they can be. You can help children have a great future too by donating or volunteering for the club. For more information, go to bgccaparea.org or call us at 605-224-8699. From all of us here at the club, go Caps!
Whether you're a first-time buyer looking for a home of your own, or you have an eye on an investment property, First Fidelity Bank has the right mortgage for you. From a vacation home to building your dream house from the ground up. So stop by and get your mortgage loan from us. First Fidelity Bank. First-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Discover the difference with Kathy Sunshine Properties. With 50 years of experience and their local expertise, Both as agents and neighbors, Kathy and her team are here to make your real estate journey smooth and successful.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, the trusted professionals at Kathy Sunshine Properties will listen to your needs and help you find the perfect fit.
Join the countless satisfied clients who have turned their real estate dreams into reality. Go Caps!
Hi, this is head coach Landon Badger, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, it is a 2-2 tie. The American Family Insurance Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard with the 2 goals in that second period being from Isaac Dimmer and Jack Pedersen. As they score with 14:48 to go, and then with just over 9 minutes left, Jack Pedersen with 9:03 left to go. Dimmer got the goal from Grady Van Cleve, and then it was a goal from Pedersen from Isaac Dimmer to make it a 2-2 tie at the end of 2 periods, as the Caps are out to shot in that second period, as it was a 10-4 in shots in favor of Yankton in that second period, and 22-9 overall in 2 periods for the Caps, down to the Yankton Bucks in shots on goal, but it is 2-2 at the end of 2. Only 1 penalty in that second period, as it was Easton Velk that got called for a rough, and the Caps unable to take advantage of it. They're 1 for 2 in the power play, and Yankton is 0 for 1 on the power play so far in this hockey game. So those are your second intermission stats. The Caps got the 2 goals in that first period from Logan Brown and Dylan Dotson, as Schweitzer and Anderson both have an assist in the first goal from Brown. 2-2 at the end of 2 periods. We'll step aside. We'll come back with more of our second intermission report after this. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The puck drops, the crowd roars, and Hawaii hockey is in full swing. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to support local hockey all season long. Whether you're hitting the road for work, school, or your next adventure, they've got your automotive needs covered. Stop by Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre. Driven by community, powered by you.
Hi, Jason here from Leisure Palace Pool, Spa, and Patio. We invite you to come in and see our expanded new location, 400 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Transform your new space into the best in industry hot spring, caldera, and free flow spas, and let the stress melt away. Or maybe it's an infrared sauna. Don't miss out. Also check out our pool tables, darts, fire tables, and outdoor furniture. Visit us today for the perfect blend of relaxation and entertainment. And as always, at the guaranteed lowest price.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Since 1956, Ferding Electric has been serving South Dakota with reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work. Their team of licensed, knowledgeable electricians will help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential, commercial, or agriculture. We know how to get the job done right. The history of Ferding Electric is something to be very proud of, and they work every day to ensure they remain the best electricians in Central South Dakota. Call 224-8684 or visit their website at ferding.com. That's ferding.com.
Looking for a trusted partner in your automotive journey? Beck Motor Company, your local Chevy dealer, is here for all your car buying, service, and repair needs. Whether you're shopping for a new ride, keeping your vehicle running smoothly, or looking for expert advice, our team is dedicated to providing top-notch service every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, along with a service department you can count on. Come down to Beck Motor Company, where your satisfaction is our top priority. Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. BeckMotors.com, 605-224-5912.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for over 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Hi, this is Bridger Babcock, captain of the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, it is a 2-2 tie at the end of two periods, 22-9 in shots in favor of Yankton. We are the lone varsity game, although Huron and Watertown are just about set to get underway. The other final scores for boys varsity tonight, or today, Aberdeen beat Sioux Center 8-2. Sioux Falls East got a 10-3 win over Brandon Valley as they had run time going in that second period and into the third period as well to pick up a 7-goal win. Girls hockey is a 5-4 win for Sioux Center, scoring the last 3 minutes to take the lead and get the win over Mitchell. And Sioux Falls is winning 9-1 over Rushmore as they move to 9-1 of the season. Rushmore falls to 4-9. Mitchell at 3-9. Sioux Center at 3-7. The White Capital girls, they have this weekend off. They had last weekend off varsity-wise. They played a couple U14 games and JV games this weekend here against Yankton last night and this morning. But the varsity team will be back in action on Friday. And we'll have coverage at 5:40 Friday night between the Caps and the Brookings Rangers with a 6 o'clock puck drop from Brookings. And then the Caps will take on Watertown at 1 o'clock on Saturday, the next day. And we'll have coverage from Watertown around 12:40 and a 1 o'clock puck drop. And then we'll hustle back down to Brookings because the Capital Boys will take on Brookings at 6 o'clock Saturday night. We'll have that game for you as well. So a couple of 3 games for you to catch on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports heading into this next weekend, as the Caps will be on the road for all 3 of them, twice in Brookings and once in Watertown for those 3 contests. It is 2-2 at the end of 2. We'll take one more break. We'll come back, and we've got the third period for you next. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Have you assessed your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9794 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters, reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC. 224-6627.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty or utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Hi, this is Logan Anderson, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
We welcome you back. We are just about set to start the third period, and we are tied 2-2. The next goal, I guess there doesn't have to be a next goal. If this was a state tournament, there would have to be a next goal somewhere. But right now, there doesn't have to be another goal scored before the end of this hockey game. But the next one's going to be a big one. The 3-2 lead, whoever will get it. And the Yankton Bucks, who trailed 2-0 after the first period. Caps had 5 shots on goal in the first, just 4 in the second. Yankton went from 12 in the first to 10 the second. And this will be a massive third period. And this is going to be 2 big points for someone to get. Will there be a third point handed out, or maybe will there be 2 points split between the two teams? We start 5-on-5, just 3 penalties in this hockey game. We've had more goals than penalties. Caps got the first penalty, Logan Anderson with the rough, then Colin O'Connor with a trip, and Easton Bellick with a rough in the second period. Caps are 1 for 2 at the power play. Yankton 0 for 1 on the man advantage. 2 goals in the first for the Caps, 2 goals in the second for the Yankton Bucks. Who's got the advantage in the third period? Who's going to score the 2 goals here in the third period? Capitals will start with Dylan Dotson, Brecken Furman, and Lyle Bonney in the forwards, Aiden Beam and Bridger Babcock. It is Tucker Rankin, Jack Pedersen, Kylan O'Connor with Cade Hunhoff and Cade Schramm. We'll start the third period. We are underway in the final regulation period here tonight. Brecken Furman, the face-off win, will chip it in the offensive zone. They'll get to the behind the net. Hunhoff will take it away from Furman and up the boards. Tipped out of the zone by Yankton. O'Connor trying to find the puck around his skates and will send it in deep. Bridger Babcock couldn't get to the puck. It was swept across the ice from Pedersen. And it'll come to the corner on the far side where Bridger Babcock and Dylan Dotson are both over there. 3 players are battling for the puck. Dotson ramped it off of Bridger Babcock. It'll end up going over to Bonney, and Lyle Bonney will send it across the ice. But Yankton will bring it back in the offensive zone. Tucker Rankin, who was doing the splits to stay on side. Puck found him. There's a shot, and there's a left pad save made. O'Connor took that shot, and there's another opportunity that will eventually be off of a body into the nets, and we get a whistle. With 16:05 left to go here in the third period. An offensive zone face-off for the Yankton Bucks. To the left of Jace Hand. 23-9 in shots in favor of Yankton. This face-off will be won by the Capitals. Logan Brown can't get out of the zone cleanly, but Ian Schweitzer will pick it up. There'll be no icing. Went right past Isaac Demmer, said he could have played it. Here on the near side, in the corner, Logan Anderson. Schweitzer trying to retrieve the puck. Beestrom's able to hold it in. He'll walk it into the offensive end. Throws it back behind the net. Grady Van Cleve around the boards on the near side. Up the half wall and out of the zone. That pass from Jason Lachek. Head over to Ryland Murphy. Logan Anderson plays the hit as Berkland goes down. Murphy with the shot. That's blockered away by Hand. Flipped up by Logan Brown out of the zone. This will be pushed back by Demmer. It is going to be offside against Yankton, with Sedlacek touching the puck. Although Van Rokel had possession, it was touched by Sedlacek, so they get the whistle on the offside, and it will be a face-off just outside the Capitals' blue line. Pedersen will take the face-off against Dodson. We're going to see a lot more matchups. The Capitals have the last change both today and tomorrow, being the home team. And so they get the opportunity to really play matchups. Here's Pedersen moving in, and a save made by Hand, and that rebound went just next to Kylan O'Connor. It'll come here to the near side. Brecken Furman trying to chip it out of the zone, but Rankin will push it to the corner. Furman now behind the net. He'll send it up the boards. It was off of a glove. Lyle Bonney can't get out of the end of the ice. Still in the defensive zone. Dotson trying to push his man off the puck, and then Dotson will pick up a penalty. And into the corner, it'll be touched by Bridger Babcock. And a cross check is called against Dylan Dotson. So Dotson with 14:41 left to go takes the penalty that will put the Caps in the box for 2 or less. The second power play now for the Yankton Bucks. Face-off will be to the left of Jay Sand. Jack Pedersen will take the face-off against Ian Schweitzer. Pedersen will win it back to Hunhoff. Hunhoff will send it to the corner. It is now Berkland, walks in, tough angle shot and a save made. Rebound, that's blocked by Beam. Pedersen still with it. Berkland now comes back to Berkland from Pedersen, the corner on the near side, below the face-off circle, now above the face-off circle. His pass is blocked by Logan Anderson, flipped by Schweitzer. He can't get it out of the zone, right at the blue line, and is going to be held in. Rankin now, his shot and a save. Rebound goes off of Pedersen's stick. Hit the right pad, and there was a juicy rebound again. Rylan Murphy walks in. His shot, he scores. Rylan Murphy got his 9th of the season. A power play goal, and Yankton for the first time tonight leads the hockey game. .14:03 left to go here in the third period. Yankton now 1 for 2 in the power play. Caps are also 1 for 2. Aiden Bowder will take the face-off. Berkland will win the face-off. Braden Parmley was trying to kick it along as his stick was being lifted. Rylan Murphy, it goes an unassisted goal for Murphy on the power play. Angie Van Rokel on the near side, lost the handle of the puck. It will go off of hand back to Van Rokel. And then Walti can't tip it out of the zone. Cooper Beestrom will send it around the boards. This will be turned over on a backhand. It was off of a body, it's wide of the nets. Sedlacek knocked it out of midair, but it went in front of the crease. Centering pass over. That's a great pass from Sedlacek to Berkland. Berkland couldn't get a shot away. Now it's going to be picked back up by Murphy, who has the go-ahead goal right now. Flipped up. This will be at the blue line. It'll be held in by Hunhoff. And sent around the board, Sedlacek. Back over Berkland behind the net. On his backhand, his save, rebound, another save by hand. And it's now Beestrom that picks it up, but he does clear the zone. It barely goes out of the zone. And then Parmley nearly took a penalty for a interference call. Van Rokel will gain the red line and send it in. Caps have got to get some shots on net now. Not that they didn't before, but now you're trailing in the game, as this will be all the way down the ice. The Yankton's fan yelled. Beam had got position in front of the Yankton player. This pass will come over here for Logan Brown. He has a goal in the game so far. Brown backhand. That one will be wide of Moeller. Now behind the nets. Logan Anderson trying to force the man off the puck. It is Van Cleve. Schweitzer will take it away. Schweitzer can't get to his forehand. Brown will turn with it. Can't get a shot away. Brown stick handling around. 4 players have hit the ice. Brown will pick the puck back up, looking to try and center one. Brown in the corner still moving it around, but it will end up losing the puck where it's grabbed and out of the zone by O'Connor. Up ahead for Pedersen, and a good defensive play by Beam, and he'll turn up north and try to move to the offensive end. He'll send it in deep as he gained the red line. And we'll go off for a change. 11:50 left to go here in the third period. Van Rokel can't send it in deep as he was right at the red line. Comes near his side. Dimmer's pass goes across ice, off the boards. For the first one, too, it's going to be Beestrom, and he'll skate behind his own net. Beestrom's pass up ahead. That's intercepted by Berkland. Stepping through it was Brecken Furman, and he'll dump it in deep as he bounced off the boards and then off the linesman. And now Bonney to the corner. Centered one out for Furman, but that's intercepted by Yankton, and out of the zone they go. And it is Berkland. Braden Berkland in the offensive end. Stick handles around Beestrom on his backhand. Nearly lost the handle of the puck. We'll have to retrieve it back in the far side corner, but then his stick was lifted, and the Caps will come away with his puck. And now it's Brecken Furman trying to move around Dimmer, and Furman unable to get around Dimmer. And it's now Beam back at his own blue line, his own end of the ice. Sends it up the boards on the far side. Comes back to the Capitals. This will be sent over for Dodson, who will glove it down, move it across ice for Beam. He'll play it off the boards, but then it'll be moved across, and the Caps are trying to make a change, and Yankton will move in. Here's Berkland in, and a save made by hand. Big save by hand to keep this a one-goal game. Out of the zone, Waltine trying to chip at it. Hunhoff sent it back into the zone. Now Dodson sends it across ice. That pass is going to be intercepted by Hunhoff. Hunhoff will stop, and he was knocked down by Dodson. Dodson at the blue line, had his pocket picked. He'll come back to Dodson, but then he had his stick canceled out. Back to Hunhoff in front of the net, and it's Aiden Beam. Over on the far side. Yankton still holding the puck in the zone. Dodson has it. He'll shoulder reverse it, and then it'll come here to the near side. This will be back again for Dawson Toms. Capitals are making a change. Bowder stepped on the ice. Beam will throw a hit on Dawson Toms. Waltine, Easton Anderson around him. Here on the near side, defensive zone of the ice for the Capitals. Beastrom just barely gets it out. That will be delayed offside as Yankton will tag back up with 9:33 left to go here in the third period. This clock will tick a lot faster right now for the Capitals, down by 1. That backhand by Weisenberger doesn't get it deep into the zone, but it will still be picked up by Easton Anderson. Van Rokel around here to the nearest side for Logan Anderson. Weisenberger will hold it in. At the blue line, it's moved down to the corner. Yankton still in the offensive zone. It is Rankin now looking to center one, but it was blocked by Beastrom. Beastrom lost the handle of the puck for a moment, kicked it to his stick. He'll find possession of it again, send it across ice. It'll come out of the zone. Parmley will chop at it. It goes back over towards Anderson. Parmley was late on a shift as he'll go off for a change. Pedersen slaps it across the ice, but that's going to be intercepted by Van Rokel. He'll gain the red line, and he'll dump it in the zone. Moeller missed the puck. Puck is now into the corner. Logan Brown trying to find the handle of it. Brown looking for maybe Schweitzer in front. He'll send it back out to the blue line for Bridger Babcock. His shot didn't get all the way through. It was blocked, and it'll come for Pedersen up ahead for O'Connor. Chance for a 2-on-1. O'Connor moves in. His shot, easier save made for hand as it was partially canceled out by Beam. Comes back out of the zone, sent back in by Yankton. It'll be a tag up for the Bucks with 8:14 to go here in the third period. This will miss. This will go down for an icing, and we get a whistle with 8:11 left to go here in the third period. 3-2 lead for Yankton. Power play goal for Ryland Murphy. The difference in this game right now. After the Caps scored twice in the first period, Yankton had it tied up in the second, and now it's a 3-2 lead on Murphy's power play goal. Berkland on the face-off win for Yankton. To the right of Jay Sand, left wing side for Yankton. Murphy lost the handle of the puck. There's a loose stick, but the Capitals will have it. Furman gains the red line. We'll swing it back over for Dodson, but he'll just swing it into the zone anyway. Isaac Dimmer behind the net, nearly lost the puck to Bonnie. Furman trying to throw a hip check on Dimmer. This will be sent in. This will be off the stick of Luke Moeller. On a delayed offside, Capitals will tag back up. That's a new rule that before, if the shot it on net on a delayed offside, the whistle would go, but now the only way the whistle would go on something like that would be on a goal scored. You can't score it on a delayed offside, but play will continue regardless. 7:24 left to go here in the third period. Dodson was trying to stick handle around and make a move against one of the Yankton players. This will be at the Yankton bench. Furman nearly got checked into the Yankton bench. Beam will dump it in. It bounced on Moeller. He made the near save. It was going to his right. Caps have just one shot on goal here in the third period right now. Beam from the red line will push it in deep. This will be picked up. Centering pass over, and Logan Anderson just missed that opportunity. Don't think he ever got to the net. This will be off the skate of Dodson. Comes near side, and it's out of the zone for Tucker Rankin in the offensive end. Rankin moving in. He'll delay. Now Rankin will center one over. Murphy's shot, it was partially fanned on. Dotson will pick it up, send it over for Brown, 2-on-2, but Brown will send it in deep. Moeller will come out of the net to play it. He'll send it back where it came from. Off the glass is turned over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer in the corner, looking to center one over, and a great stick by Moeller to block the pass. Anderson was standing alone in the back door, but Moeller blocked that pass attempt with his stick, and the puck will end up in the Yankton offensive zone with 5:08 to go. Make that 6:05 left to go here in the third period as play will continue in the corner. This will be off the boards by Anderson, out of the zone. Weisenberger, centering pass, that's off the mask of hand, who made a big save and a one-timer. It is now Pedersen back over for Weisenberger at the blue line. Looking to go through the seam on a backdoor feed. It was partially blocked by Schweitzer. O'Connor still got the puck, but never got a shot away. Bouncing puck, centered one off of a stick of Van Rokel, and then to the blue line and out of the zone. Logan Brown took a hit to make a play to get out of the zone, but right back in is Grady Van Cleve and the Yankton Bucks. That pass misses for O'Connor, comes out of the zone. Yankton will send it back in and around. Jack Pedersen will look to win the race to it, but Van Rokel will grab it first and send it up the boards. Pushed along by Logan Brown, and we will get an icing with 5:18 left to go here in the third period. That was a long time without a whistle. The Capitals are being outshot in this period 10-1. And it's 3-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 5:18 left to go here in the third period. Hayden Bowder will look to win the face-off to the left of hand, and he will for the Capitals. Bridger Babcock off the glass is knocked out of the zone. It was knocked down by a glove of Easton Velick. Chipped along by the Capitals. Triton Parmley on the backhand, gets it out of the zone. Then a quick pass comes across. That's tipped along by Sedlacek. And it's Aiden Beam now to the far side of the ice. Out of the zone by Bridger Babcock. Moved along by Triton Parmley. Caps are looking to try and knock it away. It's Cade Walti, excuse me. In the offensive zone as it stands right now for the Caps, but it will be cleared away by Yankton. Beam quickly right back off the boards. Babcock trying to move into the offensive zone. He does, just barely in the offensive zone, but that's knocked away. Easton Velick will send it down the ice, and it will not go for an icing. Hand will play it, so it will not be called an icing. Dylan Dotson will grab it, and he'll move into the neutral zone. Dotson fakes the pass, moves into the offensive end, but can't get a shot away as his stick was lifted. And it's back to the neutral zone where it's Furman that will pick it up. Brecken Furman. His pass will come across for Van Rokel, but too far in front of him. This is grabbed, though, by Dotson in the offensive end. He tried to make a move around one of the Yankton players, and now we're going to get a penalty coming up against the Capitals, and we'll put Yankton on the power play with 3:59 left to go. It is a tripping call against Yankton, or excuse me, against Oahe. And it's Bonnie that will take the penalty. And this is a major, major kill upcoming here for the Capitals. They have to be able to kill this one off. Third power play for Yankton. They're 1 for 2 so far, and that one power play goal scored by Ryland Murphy that made this a 3-2 game. 3:59 left to go in the third period. Be 1:59 left to go if the Capitals are able to kill it off completely. Here is now Berkland moves in. That shot goes off of a stick, and it goes into the netting. We get a whistle with 3:51 left to go here in this third period. So Bonnie in the box right now for a trip. Face off to the right of hand. It is won by Yankton. Ryland Murphy at the blue line. He's got the go-ahead goal right now. He'll walk it across the line, slowly walk it across the line. Van Cleve now for Berkland. Behind the net for Berkland. Moves it on a saucer pass for Pedersen. Side of the face-off circle. Back for Berkland. Top of the face-off circle, and that shot in a save made by hand. A good scoring area for the Yankton Bucks, but a good save from hand. Berkland, who is tied for third on the team in goals. Pedersen tied him right now with his 10th goal. But Riley Murphy with 9. They're going to have easily 5 guys with 10 goals each before the end of this regular season. Ryland Murphy, who's got one already, makes a couple moves around that shot in a right pad save made. Kicked it out there by hand. Goes back over for Yankton. There's a shot by Berkland. Another chance rebound. They score. 4 opportunities. Jack Pedersen gets the power play goal. It makes it a 4-2 game. And he was just waiting on the doorstep. Hand made two saves before that third one went in. And again, the power play, the special teams, the difference in this third period. Both penalties by the Capitals, both goals, power play goals by Yankton. And with 3:11 left to go, this becomes all important for the Caps to get another quick, has to get a quick one, not even another quick one. They have to get one quick here, down by 2. As Yankton has come back from a 2-0 lead and has scored 4 straight to lead at 4-2. 3:03 left to go here in the third period. Off the glass, that comes out of the zone, looking for Dodson. Caps are going to try and take a couple of chances here. Lyle Bonnie into the offensive zone, swings it across for Dodson. His shot and a glove save made by Moeller. And we get a whistle with 2:52 left to go here in the third period. We'll keep an eye on Jace Hand, as that's the 9th save on the 11th shot by the Capitals. That's just the second, and we have a timeout taken by the Hawaii Capitals with 2:52 to go here in the third period. And again, some of that's going to be talking about when Jace Hand's going to come to the bench, but Coach Badger will be drawing up an offensive face-off to try and get one quickly here with 2:52 to go to try and get them back within 1. It is 31 saves on 35 shots for Jace Hand. The Caps had 5 shots on goal in the first period, 4 in the second, and just 2 so far here in the third, for only 11 so far in this game. Yankton has been the more offensive team. The Caps got some really great scoring opportunities to get a 2-0 advantage, but it was the Yankton Bucks who have taken advantage of the special teams to take a 4-2 lead with 2:52 to go here in the third period. We'll see if Hand will still be in net. He still will be in net right now. So Jace Hand is still 5-on-5. Face-off will be to the right of Luke Moeller. And it will be Ian Schweitzer to take the face-off. Oh, no, Hand will come to the bench now, so it is 6-on-5. So Schweitzer will take the face-off against Birkeland. It is won by Schweitzer, and it will come back for Brown. Make that for Bridger Babcock, who's trying to find the handle of the puck. It'll be sent around here to the near side. It's going to be held in by Logan Anderson, the blue line on the near side. It is Brown back for Anderson, but the pass misses, and now it's a race to the puck. Dodson will fan on it, and it'll be an easy goal for Pedersen, who will complete the hat trick and take a 5-2 lead with 2:31 left to go here in the third period. The pass over to Anderson just missed his stick, and Pedersen with no one in front. The only opportunity was Dodson trying to get to the puck, and he dove for it to try and knock the puck away, and unable to. And it's now a 5-2 lead, and the Yankton Bucks are 2:25 away from picking up a win. Tucker Rankin, that pass over, and it's going to be sticked away by Hand. That one will be off of a body. That would hit Bridger Babcock, and went just wide of the net. Centering pass, looking for Birkeland, out to the blue line, where it's going to be walked in. Centering pass over for Rankin. That was Pedersen, who's got 3 in the game. I think that was Ryland Murphy, who had the go-ahead goal on the power play. Jim Netto unable to clear the puck. It's now Bridger Babcock. Will send it here to the nearest side. Caden Waltine touches it out of the zone, and he'll be sent back in. Jet Kirschman on the ice as well for the Capitals, along with Jim Netto and Caden Waltine. Murphy comes here to the nearest side for Hunhoff. Birkeland now here for Murphy again. Murphy will flip it wide of Hand as he dumps it in the zone. 90 seconds left to go here in the third period. This will go into the Capitals bench. 5-2 with 1:30 left to go here in the third period. 31 saves on, will end up being right now 35 shots against Jace Hand. Face off to the right of Hand. Easton Anderson will take the face-off, wins it back to Grady Van Cleve. Keeps it in the offensive zone. Aiden Beam will chip it off the boards, and Beam will race down the offensive zone. But his deke move end up being taken away. Anderson with a pass over. They have pulled hand again. There will be a penalty coming up against Yankton, so the Capitals will have a 6-on-4 opportunity with 1:10 left to go here in the third period. And interference is called against Yankton. And it will be against number 26, Cooper Larson. 1:10 to go. Boys and Girls Club power play. 6-on-4 advantage here for the Capitals. Face-off will be won by Yankton. That will go out of play. So it will stay in the offensive zone. Face-off to the right of Moeller. 1:57 left to go here in the power play. 1:06 left to go in the hockey game. This is 6-on-4 right now. Capitals are trying to get that third goal, pull back within 2. But it is going to be now Hunhoff will shoot for the empty net. That will go off the goalpost. There is no icing with it being a power play for the Capitals. Anderson sends it across. He will ice the puck though, and that will put hand back out on the ice with 50.5 left to go here in the third period. These two teams will meet again at 1:15 tomorrow. Somewhere around, excuse me, somewhere around 1:15. Hopefully we stay on schedule. We'll probably be a little bit behind, but that's usually how it goes. We'll have coverage on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports somewhere around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock for a 1:15 puck drop. This will be moved up. That one will be touched by Anderson, so there is no icing. 40 seconds left to go here in the third period. Aiden Beam, that'll be off the shin pad of Brecken Furman. Anderson to the corner, kicks it over for Dotson. That misses, and that, well, hand is still in net, thankfully, because that might have gone all the way in. As this will be moved up in the air. Beam knocks it down. This will be Dotson into the offensive zone. Sent back by Yankton. Over for Beam with 14 seconds remaining here in the third period. So the Caps, who led 2-0 after one, Yankton will score 5 straight goals and will end up winning this hockey game 5-2. One last opportunity for a shot. Furman will shoot that one high. And then one more opportunity. And that will take care of the hockey game. And the Yankton Bucks will end up with a 5-2 win over the Oahe Capitals with a 5 straight goals for Yankton after trailing 2-0 at the first period. 5-2 is our final. Come back with a post-game show after this. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock. You're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The Boys and Girls Club of the Capital Area serves over 250 kids every day, giving them a safe place to go after school where they have fun and engage in learning activities school cannot provide. It is our mission to help every child become the best they can be. You can help children have a great future too by donating or volunteering for the club. For more information, go to bgccaparea.org or call us at 605-224-8699. From all of us here at the club, go Caps.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Whenever there's a project that will make our community a better place to live, you're right there doing what you can to help. You volunteer because it's your nature to be helpful. All of us at First Fidelity Bank would like to thank you for all you do to make our community a better place to live. First Fidelity Bank, first-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Sanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux and Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty or utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency and the need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts, and you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Hi, this is Cooper Bishop, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
As we welcome you back, it is a 5-2 final, and the Yankton Bucks will get a win over the Oahe Capitals as we're joined here with Coach Landon Badger. And Coach, your thoughts here, quick, couple minutes right after the game, your thoughts on the game here tonight.
Yeah, I felt like we competed a pretty good hockey game. Yankton's a really good hockey team out there, and we fell up short at the end. The one thing that I look that sticks out is 11 shots to 36. That's what basically loses you that game. You go up against a really good goalie over on the other side, and a team that's going to stretch the ice a lot, and you got to be able to find your ways, and we did early, and then we kind of played a little bit more on our heels, and we just didn't quite play the game that we should be playing, a little bit more responsible, a little more disciplined, and that happens. It's a high school team. Like, you're going to have those opportunities, and you're going to have those mistakes, and you just kind of learn from those.
You mentioned 11 shots on goal going because you turn around and play them tomorrow right away. What can be different? What needs to be different for you guys to get more shots and more chances against this Yankton team?
Yeah, I'm not even so worked up about the fact that it's only 11. It's just a matter of how many opportunities did we give ourselves in those last two periods? And I really felt like we didn't give ourselves as many quality opportunities. We were really just sending pucks from the outside and not really giving ourselves a good opportunity in front of the net. We worked so hard about crashing the net, and I just didn't see that happen with our guys. Again, like I said, we kind of played back on our heels, and so we were never able to go win those battles and be able to get ourselves in the right position to be able to go and try to score.
Well, Logan Brown scores that first goal. He crashed the net after Schweitzer had that shot. Dylan Dotson gets that goal to make the move and goes to the backhand, which I think a lot of high school goalies probably look for you to go for a forehand, so to go on a backhand takes a little goalie off balance a little bit more. But those two goals put you up 2-0. And again, you guys got outshot in the first period, 12-5, but those 5 shots felt like they were much more aggressive shots than what Yankton had in the first period in their 12, but 2 guys got rewarded with those 2 goals.
Yeah, I would really like to cover with our kids on that first period. You let them have 12 shots. Yeah, it's a good hockey team. They're going to get shots on net. It's a matter of where were you allowing them to shoot the puck, and it was always on the outside of the ice. It was never in the middle of the dots. They were making them have to force pucks to the net, and we got a good goalie and a good defensive group that can be able to bear down and find a way to get those pucks out. On the other side, I felt like we had 5 quality opportunities, and that's what we got, and we capitalized on 2 of them. And that's how hockey goes. And when you have a really good goalie, sometimes it's not always about putting 50 shots on net on them. It's about just having the good quality opportunities, moving the goalie, and making something happen. And you talked about it. Brownie drives to the net instead of just kind of shooting from the outside. That's the difference maker right there. It's how do you make that goalie feel a little bit offset.
Jace Hand ended up stopping 31 of 35 shots, and obviously, he was in that second and third period, especially that third period as more shots were going on. He looked really good and comfortable in net, and obviously a couple of those goals ended up being off of rebounds, or a couple of rebounds that ended up going in the back of the net for Yankton.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Jace played a heck of a game. He's really just kind of put himself out there, and he's proven why he's turned into our number one goalie. And I mean, we're going to lean on him a lot this year. He's the guy that's going to be able to kind of spark us on the defensive side with our D group. And, you know, unfortunately, we just kind of made some mental mistakes and got ourselves into some pickles where we didn't get the puck out of the blue line and we didn't get the puck to the red line and get it deep. And when you make those little mistakes, a good hockey team capitalizes on them, and that's where you get stuck out there for 5 shots on net in one shift. Yeah, a goalie's going to be able to let one in every once in a while off of that. They get tired from that, and so does our players. And so we got to be responsible and make sure that we're doing the little things right.
You know, last year when you guys played Yankton, it was the first weekend of the season, so you had to turn around and face them right after a loss on that Saturday night to Sunday on the road. Now you're at the midway point of the season. How nice is it to quickly turn around and face this team? Again, not at the end of the season, not at the beginning of the season, right here kind of in the middle. Turn around and be able to go after Yankton again tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good challenge for us, and it's going to kind of be able to be a good test for us for looking at the state tournament. I mean, if you get into the state tournament, you got to win 3 hockey games, and so we got to be able to come back and bounce back the next day. You get in the state tournament and you play in overtime and you get the win. You got a little bit of adrenaline, but you still got to come back and you're tired the next day. And we've got to be able to respond again. And so this is where that discipline and responsibility comes into play. Make sure that you do a good job getting your rest. And then when you get your opportunities tomorrow, you make the most out of it. And if you do that and you play good discipline hockey, you'll see that the shift should be 30 to 40 seconds, and you don't see guys out there for a minute to a minute 30. And that's just from doing the little things right and believing in the next guy to be able to step up and do his job.
Coach, appreciate the time, and we will talk to you tomorrow back here at the Expo Center.
Thank you very much.
That is head coach Landon Badger, as the Capitals will fall here tonight in a 5-2 loss to the Yankton Bucks. Again, they led 2-0 after the first period. Logan Brown got the first goal of the game. Ian Schweitzer from Logan Anderson to make it a 1-0 game with 12:38 to go in the first period. And then it was Dylan Dotson, the power play with 6:45 to go. Ends up being a unassisted power play goal with the turnover that happened around the blue line to make it a 2-0 game. But then it was Isaac Dimmer that tied the game with 14:48 left to go in the second period. And then Jack Pedersen made it a 2-1 game. Jack Pedersen tied the game up with 9:03 to go. And then on the power play in the third period with 14:03 left early on in that period, it was a goal from Rylan Murphy to make it a 3-2 lead. Pedersen got a power play goal from Tucker Rankin and Braden Berklin to make that a 4-2 lead. And that was a second power play as the Yankee goes 2 for 3 on the power play. The Capitals went 1 for 3. But Rankin and Berklin will get the assists on that goal. I had not mentioned that during the third period. Then Pedersen on the empty net made it a 5-2 lead with 2:31 left to go. And the Caps will fall to 7-4 in the season. Yankton will improve to 8-3. And the halfway point of the season is here. Caps at 7-4 to the halfway point. Not a bad spot to be at. They've got another 11 games left to go. One more here against Yankton this weekend. And then you turn to the second half of the schedule, which will be a tough second half of the schedule. It was a tough first half. The Caps went 7-4 in those 11 games. And opportunity, if they would go 7-4 once again, you're going to be in the state tournament. And you're going to be fighting for a decent seed as well. Right now looks like a two-team race for... potentially a 2-team race for that number 1 seed. Yankton says, hold on, wait a second. Now, Yankton does have to have Rushmore lose 3 times to end up being the number 1 seed, or at least beating Rushmore in seed-wise, because Rushmore did go 2-0 against them. But Yankton does still feel like they've got a shot to be pretty high up there and could potentially still end up being a 2 seed by the time that it's all said and done. So, 9-2 record now for Yankton, 7-4 for the Capitals. They will play again tomorrow right here at the Expo Center. We'll have it for you on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports with a 1:15 puck drop right back here at the Expo Center. So that will take care of it for us here tonight here at the Expo Center, and a 5-2 win for Yankton over the Oahe Capitals. I want to say thanks to Corbin Beestrom, who ran the camera for us here this evening. Also thanks to Sydney Carlson back at the station. John Wickler here saying goodnight from the Expo Center. 5-2 win for Yankton over the Caps as we say goodnight from the Expo.
You've been listening to the Oahe Capitals on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Capitals are brought to you by Leisure Palace, AirTech Heating and Cooling, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, AGE, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Dakota Storm Roofing, Beck Motor Company, Birding Electric, First Fidelity Bank, Xander Auto Parts, State Farm Becky Pottsba Agency, River Bottom Sanitation, the Boys and Girls Club, Hermanson Endodontics, Weatherall Roofing, Wagner Auto, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, and American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency. Join us all season for more Capitals hockey here on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting.